Hello and welcome to another fun-filled knife adventure. Hooray! So today, as you can see on the screen, we're going to be taking a look at the HX Outdoors Saphire. I've got both versions of it, a liner lock version and a button lock version. So I thought, why not just shoot them both and knock them both out at the same time, because they are the same knife. Got a little red cord poking into the picture there, but let me adjust my mat really quick. Actually, let's give us one zoom level. We can see the knives a little better. All right, let's get into one of them. So like I said, they are both the same model. Looks like we have a towel, a knife, and a sticker. Is that a sticker? Oh no, it's just a cardboard cutout with their branding on it. That's pretty cool. Let's see, this is the button lock version. Let's start with the liner lock version. They are the same, but good old tried and true liner lock to start with. So let me put this out of the way here. And I actually am going to get this out of the way while we look at the liner lock. And then when I bring the button lock in, we'll look at both of them. So these are full titanium knives. Well, I take that back. They are not full titanium. They are titanium with steel liners. One of the main reasons I got these knives was to find a good budget knife to practice anodizing on. Action feels really good right out the box, so that's always a plus. Let me wipe off the oils here. So yeah, these titanium exterior with steel liners, as you can see there. So yeah, these would be perfect. At the time of this video, these are $29. So you can get both of these for around $50 with the coupon code. They give you, when you go to their website, they give you 5% off, so it comes out to right around $50, and they do offer free shipping on $49 and up. These do have D2 blade steel. And like I said, the brand is HX Outdoors. Not a brand I am familiar with. Another reason why I wanted to check it out. Lockup looks pretty good. Access to the lock bar feels good. Pretty smooth action. Let's check the centering on it. Centering looks pretty good out the box. That's good. I'm guessing it's probably on bearings. It kind of feels like it's on bearings. Let's see. Can I see bearings? Well, I can't really. Yes, I do see bearings. So this is on bearings. Now that we got that one out, let's go ahead and get the other one out. So the other one comes with the same things: cloth, cardboard, and little case. Little hard cases are nice. So this is the same version, except this one is a button lock. I haven't looked at it yet, so I don't know what kind of button lock, whether it's a top actuated liner or a plunge lock. But this is the other version. It is also titanium with steel liners, and it looks like it is a regular plunge lock knife, not a top actuated liner lock, which is kind of surprising because they already made the liner lock version, so why not just add a button that actuates that liner? But action on it feels pretty good also. Easy to open and close. Got a little bit of milling on it, just to add a little bit of flair. That's some fingerprints from the oil. Got a nice finger choil up front here. These are smaller knives. We'll get into some measurements here in just a second. So that finger choil really does help. Feels good in the hand. I can get 4 fingers on it. It's about a 3.5 finger knife normally without that forward choil. So yeah, let's see. They look pretty much exactly the same as far as blade shape and all that. The only differences are the lock mechanism. So let's get a few measurements on them here. Starting with the weight. The liner lock version weighs 3.43 ounces, and the button version weighs 4.07. So 3.43, 4.07. Let's get a few length measurements here. So overall length looks like it's coming in right at 6 3/4, maybe a little under 6 3/4. Blade length looks like it is, I'll call it 2.8 to the middle of the scales, with a cutting edge of right at 2.5, maybe 2.4 or something. Yeah, 2.4, 2.45. Of course, same measurements on this one. A little under 6 3/4. Alrighty, let's see. Let's get some width measurements. I'm sure the blade stocks are exactly the same, so I guess I will check that since they are different knives. So the widest part up here at the top is 0.127. And then down behind the edge, it gets down to 0.018. So they look pretty slicey. It is a flat grind. Yes, it's definitely a flat grind. Let's see if this one gives me close to the same measurement here. 0.126. And then behind the edge, .020. Pretty close to the same. Alrighty. Got those out of the way. Let's see if they came sharp. That is important. Yes. From the back to the front, that one feels pretty sharp. This one feels even sharper. It's funny how you can feel the resistance in the paper and tell which one is actually sharper. This one feels just a little sharper. They're both doing a really good job though. I'm hoping the D2 heat treat is decent. Guess we will find out, but yep, as you can see, they are both sufficiently sharp. Yep, that's good to go. Seems manufacturers are doing a much better job nowadays getting their knives sharp from the factory. So that is important. It's something I appreciate. Let's do a few size comparisons here. Let's see. Start out with some larger knives. This is the Walmart bug out copy, the Wug Out I like to refer to it as. It is definitely a smaller knife. I grabbed some smaller knives to compare it to. So this is a Kaiser Mini Sheepdog. So you can see it is a little bigger than the Mini Sheepdog. Let's see what else I got here that's pretty common. Just to show you, this is a Para 3. So it is a little smaller even than the Para 3. And then the PM2 is quite a bit smaller than the PM2. Let's see, I've got some other knives. This is a Megaron Moyarl. Getting closer to the size of it there. Let's see what else we have. We have a Remet Seahorse. Pretty close to the same size as the Seahorse. And we have a CJRB Pyrite button lock. A little smaller than the Pyrite. And let's see, we have the Ontario Rat Model 2, which is very, very close in size too as well. So that gives you a few size comparisons in a related size knives. Showing you it next to a knife that's way bigger than it doesn't help you much. Let's see, what else? Guess that's about all we need for size comparisons. I do have a odd knife sitting here. It's a Concept Corvid M. So that's a little knife too. You can see it's larger than the Corvid M. So there we go. Clip is not reversible on this one. It is not reversible on this one either. They do look pretty much exactly the same except for the cutout for the button. And the clip sides do look exactly the same. Let's see what they look like in the pocket here. So they have almost like a Spyderco type clip with the 3 screws. I wouldn't be surprised if the hole spacing was the same. I can actually probably check that, but you can see they're not very deep carry because of that. But if they do have the same spacing, it's possible you could put a Spyderco deep carry clip on. So let's see. Well, we might as well just check it for real. I've got some extra clips down here for some Spydercos, so let me see if I can dig those out really quick. Where are the clips? Yep, here are the clips. Let's see. That is a Benchmade clip. Well, I say I've got some Spyderco ones, but I don't seem to be finding them. There's one. So there's a clip we can try. And then we will know if you'll have the ability to put a deep carry clip on there. So get one of these clips off of these. Wow. Definitely feels like they got some Loctite in there. At least in that top screw. The two of them felt like they had Loctite and one of them didn't. So let's check the hole spacing here. All right. Well, looky there. It does not fit. Probably be easier if I took the knife out, but yep, it is not the same. They're off a little bit. These two holes are closer, the bottom two holes are closer together than the Spyderco. So at least now we know. Knowing is half the battle. Get that one started just a little bit. And there. Well, that's a bummer. I was hoping maybe you could put a deep carry clip on there. I'm going to go check out their website here in just a second. Maybe they have some options off some of their other knives, or maybe you can order clips from them. I don't know why I'm having such issues here. I just need to grab the magnetic screwdriver and get it done, huh? Yeah, might as well. I've got a little stubby over here that... How about we get them out of the pocket? Where did that screw go? Where in the world did the screw go? How did I lose a screw that quickly? Wow. Did it really disappear like that? Did it fall inside the knife? Did it stick to the screwdriver? It did not stick to the screwdriver. It did not fall in the knife. Well, that's wild. So, oh, it did fall in the knife. It fell in the it fell in the lanyard hole. It's so funny. So this top screw is definitely longer than the other two. And like I said, I believe they had some Loctite on it as well. Alright, got them all back in there without getting them cross-threaded. It's always a plus. Got them all good and tight. So the Spyderco clip does not work. You can open the button lock one with just a button. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the action on them. I thought they would be a lot worse in the action category. Get this clip back out of the way here. Alright, let's go check out their website and see what they list about these knives. So, where are we at here? Boom, boom. Alright. So like I said earlier, these are on sale for $29 at the moment. This is the liner lock version. And it shows that if you order today, the order will be ready in 2 days and it will be delivered in 10 days. D2 blade material, titanium handle, blade thickness 0.13, handle thickness. Oh yeah, I didn't get a measurement on that. I usually do that. Do that. Let's see. They said 0.43. Let's see what I get. So the widest part of the handle without the clip is 0.480, and the widest part with the clip is 0.625. Make sure this one's the same. 0.434. Was I hitting the button? No, I wasn't. So the button lock one is 4.480, and the liner lock version is thinner at 0.433. So that's cool. So hopefully the measurements will be different on their website and they don't just use the same generic measurements. So yes, the handle thickness on the liner lock is 0.43. It says hardness of 58 to 60. I'm hoping it's more on the 60 side than the 58 side. 6.7. It's about exactly what I said. Blade length 2.4. Now, 3.46 ounces. The 2.4 is what I said on the cutting edge, so that's what they're measuring on that part. But the blade itself is actually longer. So, cool little knife. You see it in hand there. Bioergonomic contouring. So they have this version, and then they have the button lock version. So the button lock version is also $29 at the moment. It says it is 0.5 inches thick, which is closer to what I got. Same measurements except for the weight and the rest of it there. Looks like a few people have done reviews of it. If you wish to go check those out. I'm late to the game, but I got these for people that are interested in finding a good little $30 knife to practice their anodization colors on. This would be a great candidate for that. This place does, HX Outdoors does sell quite a few different knives. Fixed blades, folding knives, multi-tools, some Mora type knives. A little bit of everything EDC related, it looks like. Shovels, a few gas station knives. Looks like they have 95 products. Some chef's knives, axes, machetes, more gas station knives. So there you go. There's a range of their products. Go check them out. hxoutdoors.com. Let's see, anything else I can think of before we get out of here? Action is a lot better than oh yeah, let me check the hardware. We didn't check the hardware. At least we know the clip screws are definitely T8. I mean T6. And it doesn't have any body screws on. It's only got one body screw. That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that. But it's got the clip screws, and the big clip screw goes through to the body screw on the other side, but that's the only other screw it has. That is a T6. Then the pivot is a T8. Pivot T8. Everything else is the same on this version too. So that's cool. I do like the clean lines. It'll give you a good showcase for your colors. One more up close look at it there. Like I said, the lock bar access is good. It does protrude where you can get your finger on there good. Flipper tab feels good. Nothing wrong with it. It is the only way to deploy this knife. Whereas this one, you could deploy it with the flipper tab, or you could just use the button and a little bit of wrist. Something else I need to check is the lockup. Oh wow, lockup is really good on that. They got the tolerances good on that button. I like the shape of the button, and it's got a little bit of jimping on the texture on the button. It's really grippy. But as you can see, the plunge lock working fine, but it is very solid. No side to side, no up and down. Let's check this one. Same. Very solid little knives. Great little $29 titanium knives to practice anodization on and to use. Give away as gifts. Wish the clip was a little more deep carry, but other than that, they're great. I appreciate you checking out the video. You could be anywhere, but you're here watching me, and that means a lot to me. If you enjoy talking about knives, you ought to join us some morning. Every morning I go live at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time for a couple of hours, sitting around talking with a bunch of other cool fellas and fellettes about knives, what's new, what's coming out, what we like, what we don't like. We go over and try to learn stuff. We've learned how to anodize knives, both color, and in the case of this morning, we learned how to anodize knives black. I actually anodized this knife this morning on video, and it came out really good with the black scales. This is a Devo Mash. We did two different colors. We did kind of a gun stock gray here and a darker black. I do need to sand these down and refinish them a little better, but we were just testing the color more than anything. So yeah, come join us. We'd love to see you there and talk with you. Great people in this hobby, and there's a bunch of great people in the channel. So anyway, I invite you to join us. We also have a Discord server where we post stuff for sale, talk about knives, pictures, pocket checks, all the good stuff. So check that out at the top of my YouTube page. There's a link to it. And hope to see you there as well. If you don't mind, on your way out, hit that thumbs up. Help the algorithm get my videos out to more people. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks.